I won't spend, I'm already at 5.5 minutes. Look, DNA is specific code. It can be arranged thousands upon thousands upon thousands of different ways. And I'm a technology computer guy. I'm telling you right now, code has to be organized. It cannot just come up by accident. And I'm not going to elaborate. I'm going to make another video on that later, but code has to be specific. They say you could put an infinite number of monkeys in the planet with an infinite number of typewriters and come up with Hamlet. You can't do that, and I don't have time to explain that now. You can't. Don't let any scientist try to tell you that. It is impossible to do that. Impossible. So DNA code has to be specific. Somebody had to invent that. An omnipotent being.
Greetings, my friend in the tech world. There is a concept that explains how something small and nondescript can grow into something large and of great intricacy, over time, distance, or even both together. While words like evolution, DNA, and code are scientific and technical, they are all unnecessary towards describing this basic concept of our shared reality. The word that best describes this escalation concept is called accumulation. Raw and naked, it is of mathematical origin. Here's a chart. Let's go ahead and try to demonstrate accumulation. First, let me explain that there are only two types of accumulation in the world of mathematics: straight or curved. One is a steady line of accumulation over time, distance, or both that reaches to a particular point on this chart given a fixed ascending grade. Wherever it begins is up to the maker of the chart. The other type of ascension is much more interesting. It allows for a geometric concept we call a curve in order to reach that particular point on this chart. Instead of any fixed grade, all of its accumulation is exponential. That is, it's an ascending grade that builds upon itself. Back to the monkeys. Let's say that a voice out of heaven, or perhaps you had a vivid dream one night, or maybe when you opened a package of tortillas you received a message baked onto one of these foodstuffs. Clearly the message reads, "Please describe mathematically just how one of these infinite amount of monkeys was needed to complete the Shakespearean sonnet Hamlet. And if your explanation aligns nicely with what really occurred on Earth, I'll give you another package of tortillas absolutely free. Your choice of flour or corn. Signed, Sincerely, God." As per this holy request, first you'll have to approximate the level of intricacy of a Shakespearean sonnet. Easily we can call it 100. Then you would have to scale the amount of time involved. Here's a good amount of, let's say, 10,000 years. Now you would have to select a starting point, which would be of course anywhere below this level of 100, as well as being the first point beginning in our timescale. Now if we choose a straight line accumulation towards the Shakespearean sonnet, we could be asked for an explanation of that particular grade chosen for the ascension. In fact, when speaking about any request from the Lord God himself,
you could bet on it.
At one time, the entire whole of the combined Judeo-Christian Abrahamic religions was questioned about the grade they chose here, and were found lacking. Because the one they chose greatly limited their time scale, but we'll find out more about what they did wrong later on. Let's say that since we really enjoy this brand of tortillas, we want to get it right this time. Oh yeah, we also want to please the Lord God too. God gives us a winning chance at this contest by having people called biologists explain to us little hints about our chart we're making. They say our timescale is all out of whack because it's not thousands of years, but billions. And also, can you believe it? Those damn monkeys have the most limited straight line ascension grades to boot. But Steve pointed all this out brilliantly in his video of Why There Is a God, which was well received by the Almighty.
I found his offering pleasing.
We really need to solve our problem here given this little hint about billions of years. Also, as another bonus, or if not an added kick in the nads regarding our thinking so far, biologists tell us about a crucial error in our chart regarding its type of ascension. Despite what Steve might be implying in his wonderful video, no biological scientist that seriously accepts the consensus view of the profession will explain that mankind honestly arrived here on Earth via a straight line ascension of any sort, no matter how acute its grade is, or what starting point we foolishly tell ourselves to begin at. It does not reflect what scientists know as true about our tree of life. So no matter how much we play with it, the straight line ascension monkeys just aren't enough to reach 100 on the sonnet scale of our chart. They always top out at somewhere around
0.00000000000001
during the whole 600 million years of multicellular life on the timescale given to us by the scientists. Damn.
I damn thee.
Hey, wait a minute. I have an idea. Why not try a curved accumulation?
Bingo! Come on down and claim thy tortillas.
And I didn't even need to use all the time on the scale the scientists gave me. I'll take a package of homemade flour ones, please. Scientists all over the world are trying to win their very own packages of tortillas. And to do so, they had to choose the correct mathematics for their charts, just like we did. We chose a curved accumulation because that is in fact what evolution did as well. It chose to build upon an exponentially ascending grade in order to allow for simple creatures to evolve into much more complicated ones during the timescales involved. If you still feel bad about evolving from lower creatures, don't. Just think about all the time that was required to get where you're at today. Especially when you're munching on some yummy buttered tortillas from God's favorite tortilla factory. And just one more last thing on what we've learned about accumulation. Fixed grades of ascension are great for laying out of driveways or for planning escalators at the mall, but not so much for explaining how life came about here on Earth. What I'm talking about is this. Adam and Eve didn't need belly buttons because they only exist in fantasy, or those wacky charts some creationists make up. People didn't start on this planet ready-made, or for that matter, all the animals that ever lived on this planet didn't start all at once. Could you imagine a lion or tiger trying to stand up to Tyrannosaurus Rex? No contest. That's all for now. And please remember, always trying to think something through is just so much better than leaving it all up to blind faith.